Yeah. Okay.
You'll probably be prompted to refresh.
I think it's gonna take like 15-20 seconds.
You can just refresh directly. You don't have to wait for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm refreshing right now. Says add new tab. Okay, there we go. Okay.
If you add new tab, you'll probably see, yep, all these things here. All different components.
Are something that I can add, and under the module is gonna have all the components.
Not really. Module has like three different types.
Querem que eu partilhe?
Module, you import a
Mete esse vídeo que o Peixe estava a falar.
friendly
Vocês conseguem ver a stream? Bem. E agora? Acho que não dá para transmitir. Não dá para transmitir o Zoom. Consegues ver?
import the predefined layer. It's up to you. But just letting you know, like how I always do is just to import the predefined layer. I think that's very sufficient enough for me already.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. So, what would I need? What would I need for my for my daily activities? Because I'm new to this. We have our own PrimeXM login, but that's from our parent brokerage, right? So we're white label right now. So we didn't have much of admin access to certain things.
On your day-to-day basis, I really think that you need to check this pending config and real-time config, monitoring and logs. Also the where you can check basically if your, let's say, liquidity providers are connected or your MetaTrader 5 is connected and things.
All right, what's going on over here? We have some background
statistics on volumes, deals, trades, which you can
interference. Okay, let's do this here. All right, so let me just turn on. And what else do we gotta do? Well, you know, pound yen came down 153, 350, but what am I trying to do over here? And what else do we got? All right. Man, to start one live stream, gotta turn on so many programs, so much stuff to do over here. People start messaging me everywhere, Instagram, Slack, hey, live stream, man, come on, guy can be busy here sometimes. Well, so far we just consolidated. We also have FOMC here coming on Wednesday. Okay. Okay, what's going on here? There's a blank screen for the gulag. There we go, gulag. Now we have non-blank screen here for you guys. All right, I'll be right back. All right, perfect. Okay, so let's see here. What are we doing? What are we doing here? We see we're here, all's good. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the first trading day of the week. We continue down to pound yen, looking on the 1 hour time frame. When we look to the left hand side, you'll see where we came down to, right? Looking to the left hand side, this is kind of like the area that we were targeting when we sent the analysis in our Slack group here this morning after the Asian session. Price came down with volume, post London Open volume, it continued down and rejected this area 153,400. So that's the same thing happening right now. We're kind of like rejecting it, looking at now, see this move right here. This move started at around, before pre-London, pre-London, we rejected 154,400. We came all the way down. We broke below this really strong support over here. Now we continue on. So now, whenever you see these big candles basically mean there was a lot of volume, right? So the move has already happened. Those of you who were a part of this move, just like me right here, raise your hand and give yourself well done. Very, very well done, right? Those of you who were not part of this move, I guess you'll have to wait for some sort of a retracement, correction, and then continue pushing down. Because now if you look on the 30-minute time frame, you can see we've started to, consolidate. We may start to move up over here. Now, the best case scenario is going to be price coming up, creating some sort of a resistance around, 153, 800, 700, wherever it may be, create resistance. Let me just use a marker here because some people can't really hear properly. They have hearing difficulties, understanding English, whatever. So we'll move up, create resistance, and then continue on. This move coming down, this would be the retest of this low we just made, right? But at the same time, hey, sometimes what happens is that price just corrects the whole move. Price continues pushing up and it corrects the whole move. So we'll have to wait right over here. We've started to consolidate here. But if you do break below 153,360, that's something we have to take a look to the left-hand side and really see where we can push down to. So let's take a look at that. So this is our support, looking on the 1 hour time frame, looking to the left hand side. Okay, so we have an area right down over here, 153, 200. Yeah, 153, 200 would be pretty nice. It's like a 15, 20 pip range over here. Let's talk about gold here. We still have candles open, so we're gonna. What about gold? Move already happened in London, or can we? Of course, I'm gonna talk about gold, man. We'll talk about gold, man. I was looking at this, I was looking at price breaking above, 1842 for price to continue pushing up, but there was no confirmations, nothing. Look at the 1 hour candle, came right back in the zone. The 30-minute broke above this high and then continued pushing up, So also look, we had this resistance right here. We did not close above this area. This is what we talked about in the analysis we sent. So unless we didn't close above this area, there was no reason for price to move up. Hey Raja, where'd you enter gold? Break of that wick? Yes. GJ? Yes. At 153,866. This was break of the low on the 1 hour time frame, break of the low on the 30-minute. Actually, let me show you this right here. Yeah, right here. So this is the sell I took based on the 4 hour. I know this 4 hour looks a little bit different and whatever, but looking at the daily time frame, okay, so on TradingView right here, the daily was now, I know a bunch of people are going to get confused, but I analyzed price based on this right here. So the whole idea was that when we sent analysis in our Slack, right, if you guys saw the analysis, you could see that the daily candle was still bullish. It hasn't really gone bearish, right? So all we had to do, we had clean range to the left hand side, and we had to break below this low, because look, this is where the 4 hour candle started, the daily candle started, the weekly candle started, that point right there. So we moved up And then once we broke below this low, we looked to the left-hand side. We had clean candles to the left-hand side. And this was a possible move waiting to happen. Now, if this was a possible move waiting to happen on the 4-hour time frame and daily time frame, what were the confirmations on the smaller time frames? Pretty simple. You look at this right here. You look on the, let's talk about from the 1-hour perspective, right? Zoom in here a little bit. So we can see that this was a support at 153, like, 950. Strong support. We had rejection once, rejection twice, and then we had another rejection right here. Now, if we started breaking below this low during the London session when there's volume in the market, maybe there's enough volume and volatility to continue pushing price down, right? So look, we wicked up, respected the high, we broke below the low, entry taken right there. Broke below the low on the 1-hour time frame, broke below the low on the 30-minute. This low right here, support with volume. Ironically, that was also the break of the low on the 4-hour, and then I just anticipated it to continued on running. So yeah, that was the whole idea behind that sell. Why is your 4-hour chart different? So what happens is different brokers, they use different liquidity providers, right? So some of them, like, their daily and 4-hour candles, they open and close at different times. Like mine on Dominion markets, the 4-hour candle closes after 2 hours of your regular ones, right? Brokers like that as well who use that thing. So but at the end of the day, you have to make sure your high time frame is aligned and you have good confirmations on your small time frame, like a 1-hour time frame, 30-minute time frame. That was a pretty big stop loss on GJ trade. Yes. It was basically above the 4-hour candle, basically. It was above the 4-hour candle. This was around 154, 180. That was my stop loss. It was above the 4-hour candle. Also above right here. It was 154. Yeah, it was somewhere right over here. Just being safe, right? Missed the London Open trade, but took sell after. Take a look if you can. Let's take a look over here. This is, oh, nice. We broke below the low. Very nice. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Albert. I'm doing amazing. I was waiting for this short, but was not able to see a good confirmation. What made you determine this was a good impulse entry? Well, Mr. Gul, go to the YouTube stream, and I exactly explained just that. So you got to go to the YouTube stream, and you got to go listen to that part. Explained exactly that. Can you do more detailed gold analysis? What more detail? Oh yeah, we didn't even get to that. Okay, so yeah, I think I break above 143, break and close above 143. That's what I would want to do. That's where I would want to take a buy on gold above 143, because we rejected this on the 20th. After London closed, we rejected this again. Pre-London, we rejected this again. NYSE 1843, yeah. And then we rejected this again after London Open. So this is a very, very strong level. So whenever price breaks above 1843, it's going to be a very, very strong break, because we rejected it 1, 2, 3, 4 times after coming back in the zone. So I think it's going to be, I think we'll have to wait. I think if that level holds, if we hold that, 18, let's take a look on the 4-hour. Yeah, so if 1843 holds, and 1835, I would say 35, even 32 holds, then that means we're going to consolidate till FMC. Plain and simple. We have a very, very, I think this is a earthquake event for gold and USD. Let's take a look over here. Yeah, see this right here, FOMC, Federal Funds Rate. Very, very high volume event. And before this, we don't even have that much news on US dollar anyway. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. There was news on, oh yes, German economy shows resilience at the start of 2022. Pound should be good. French economy growth slows down. Yeah. Probably. If 1 hour on GJ looks weak, bullish, do you think we can enter some impulse entry sells, go to 153.200, 153.200? No, I don't know. I'll need price to break below these wicks, 153.300. You know, these wicks here. Your mic is not working properly. Well, I think your speakers are not working properly, Mr. Tefo Pawns. Mic is working perfect. I'm impressed. You remember I've been back in the UK now. Can you suggest what signal channel is good now in Europe? What? Signal channel? Let's take a look over here. Forex. Signals. Forex signal. So we have the best Forex signal channel. We got to go live, right? Obviously, we need to see live signals. Let's see here. Oh, there you go. Oh, 254 watching. Let's take a look at this. Love you, Raja from Iran. Oh, thank you. Your mic is cutting in and out. Oh, audio keeps junking. Mic is clashing. Oh, is it? Okay, let's see what's here. Best Forex strategy, almost no risk. Interesting. All right, good morning. My analysis and concerns. Yeah, for people, if the mic is not working, it's probably your shit internet. That's it. There's no other reason. If one person has correct mic, then that means the problem is with you. You have the problem. You got to fix your shit. Who is this Daniel Savage? Some guy. Anyway, I'm facing two problems. The one that I see are the moves with the things you have taught me, and I'm accurate, general. I don't execute. I don't execute. What do you suggest me to do? I think if you don't execute, there's a bit of a confidence issue, right? Maybe that confidence issue can come from, like, losing trades in the beginning, or blowing money, or coming from a straight losing streak, right? So having those confidence issues, they can basically hinder you from executing a trade. So what I believe what you got to do at this point is maybe start off, maybe forget about the funding challenges, and maybe start off with a $100 account or a $500 account, and just trade that. Focus on like 1 or 2 trades a day, manage your risk. Do that for 2 months. If you can do that consistently, 100% guaranteed, I think you're going to have confidence to execute on any amount, but the first thing is you got to build confidence, and you build confidence from smaller accounts. Focus on winning trades. Don't focus on money. But I think that's a hard thing to do with people as well. Buy BTC and lose your money. Man, we got a report from our department here and Armenian markets, and there is someone who sold BTC at 44,000. He is swimming in profits at this point. Incredible. How much is your course in Dubai? It's in the link. You can go to that, man. They need to make money with Forex to get better. All right. So gold is coming down, right? Talking about sells on gold, let's take a look at 30-minute time frame. I think, yeah, because look, if we take a sell, if we focus on sells from 1837 coming down, filling the wick at 1835, 1836, so I think what's going to be better is to wait for price to break below 1835.50, so that you at least have some sort of a clean range to left. Look, this is like a 27, 28 pip range over here. So this is going to be worth the wait. Potential sells below 1835.50, and this is what we call waiting for price to come to you, because literally you get paid to wait. When you enter FTMO as a teen without much cash, you sweat before. Oh yeah, that's absolutely true. What is clean range? Clean range is where you have no consolidation to the left hand side. So you can see right here, on the 23rd January, after Asian session, after Asian Open, you can see price moved with no problems, right? So I think if we break below 1835.50 or even 1835, I think price can move back down without having the same problems. Have you had your 5 a day today? What does that mean? 5 a day? What is this? Five a day to the 5 fruits and veg today. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at this here. Okay. Hey, already losing 10,000 in 2 years. Wow. I'm still going because I believe in the cause, but I feel emotions get the better of me. What's the best way to not let emotion influence my trading decisions? Now, a lot of people go through that, right? You're trading, you're losing, you're trading, you're losing, you're depositing, you're losing again. So like, you know, after like a year, 2 years, you're down 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Some guy I talked to, he said, man, in the last 3 years, I'm down 140,000, you know, but I can't let it go. And I told him, well, seems like for you, the train has already left the station. So you're already this train, which is just keeps on crashing and it keeps on reviving it, you know? So, see, by losing those amounts, automatically your mind goes into this rhythm of, oh, hey, now I got to make this amount back. At that point, it's not about, okay, let's learn to trade. Well, like, you know, some parts you're like, okay, like, you know, I'm going to learn to trade. But 80% of the time, you're thinking about making that amount back because maybe that was debt you couldn't afford to lose, or maybe that was like, you know, some sort of a loan or someone else's money. And what you got to do is you have to really disassociate yourself with the amount lost, you know, because at this point, it's crucial to learn. It's crucial to be patient because, you know, the way you only going to lose money is by over trading and over risking. That's it. Logically, if you look at that, that's it. That's not the lack of you not having any mentors or no one looking at your charts or like, you know, so you have to really focus on 1 or 2 trades a day and just focus on getting trades right. That's it. For the first 2-3 months, focus on getting your trades right. If you can get your trades right, getting that is going to bring you all the money you want from trading. But you got to get your trades right, you know, and the number one way to get your trades right is it's not by doing a lot of analysis. It's not by doing simulation every day. Not about that. It's not by putting 10 fucking hours in the charts. You know, that's only by 1 or 2 trades. That's it. 1 or 2 trades a day. And you study those trades. There's no other way. Trust me. As simple as that sounds. Are you a jut? No. Hey, Raja, I hope you're good, man. I caught 13 pips on GJ. Buy when the 30 minute close bullish. Oh, right here. Oh, very risky, but very good. Excuse me. I get stopped out before it's either after retracement have a problem. Yeah, Dexter. So your problem is also simple. You take a trade, you get stopped out, or you get scared, you close the trade, and the price continues moving in your favor. And you know you should enter, but you can't enter. Enter with 0.01. You know, or when you get scared, close 50% of your position, 40%. But you know, always enter with 0.01. And then if you're going to write, your confidence will increase. How are you, Raja and Ted? Good. Starting today, we'll be trading with Pro Live account. Any advice? Focus on 1 or 2 trades a day, man. That's it. Search Joe Hatab on YouTube and see how rich they are in Pakistan. Yes. When you're going to be rocking the party shirt trader? I don't know. Oh, that shirt, the Hawaii shirt. 1 or 2 trades a day should be a slogan. Yes, if you're sitting at trade number 6 today, listen to me carefully. If you're sitting at trade number 6 today, close your goddamn computer and leave. You gotta leave. If you're sitting at trade number 6, this is like a gambler who spent the whole fucking night losing, playing like, you know, crabs or blackjack, and you come over in the morning and you still see the guy there, you know, with a huge drawdown and try to win that money back. So he goes, hey buddy, you good? You've been here all night? Man, you got to go to bed. You got to call it quits. You know, at trade number 34, seems like you got unlimited bankroll. At trade number 34, you got unlimited bankroll. 34 bankroll. What's your opinion on smart money concept? No idea. What's the minimum deposit on Dominion markets to trade US30? I think go with $1,000. If you're going to trade US30, I think you got to be able to afford $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 to trade US30. What is the psychology video you uploaded? Oh, we had a little bit of a copyright issue, so we are getting that sorted out. What's the perfect retracement you see in GJ? There's no such thing as perfect entry, Dexter. I think a perfect entry is something we can just hope for, right? Like we can just hope to get an amazing life partner who supports us, our dreams. So that's the kind of hope we want. So this is what we want right here. This is the kind of candle I want to see below the support, so that I know that the next candle has a very high probability to continue pushing bearish. That's what I want to see, right? Or if that does not happen, then probably like, you know, a retracement and a resistance formed, so I can take a sell for price to continue down. That's what I want. So yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, a reason why I don't want to take a buy at this point is because, you know, I mean, this is just what, this is not enough. This is a rejection right here. So if price goes up, it can possibly reject this area. Yeah. So if we move up, we can possibly, you know, reject over here. So 15 pips, but, you know, not worth it. Even if I take it on the break of the high at this point, it's not worth it. So we'll need probably some sort of a, you know, a, what the hell? Yeah, probably some sort of a resistance below this area, 153, 940, 950, and then look for a sell. Oh, look at these spreads. Less than a pip on gold. Very nice. Pound is less than 2 pips. Pound is okay, but gold spreads are pretty sick recently. Would you go for buys if it was a bigger range? No, we can't. I'm not going to talk about if we could go for buys if the range was big, because that's not happening. We're only focusing on what's happening right here, because there are a lot of what's the commission per side? $7, 7 per side. Oh, 3.5 per side. So total set. All right, let's see here. Quick question. When do you know to add another position to your current position in profits? When do you scale in? Basically, taking a second position is something like taking a new trade, you know, because you got to wait for some sort of confirmation. It's the same thing as if you miss your first entry, then probably you're going to get another chance to take a second entry, right? So that second entry is like, you know, taking a new trade. I'm getting good at entries to the trades, but once I enter the trade, I kind of panic and cut my profit. How can I improve? The more you let it run, the more confident you're going to get. So you gotta like, you know, probably just grow some balls and let it run. You have to let it run. You're seeing 30 lot. I've done more than that. My friends do more than that too. How do you deal with losing 100K, then going back to a 5K account and only making 1 to 2% a day without the mindset, I want that 100K back? I guess a lot of people here struggle making such small amounts. Yeah, I think it's the realization of what that 1 to 2% is going to be. That, I think, really realization is very, very important, because if you're starting with the $5,000 account, right, you're aiming for 2% of 5,000 of what is $100, right? And you can tell yourself, okay, you know what, if I can start with 5,000 and I can focus on 1 or 2%, I have to be in a position where I don't need to survive on the withdrawals I'm going to make from that account, right? Make sense? Whatever amount you deposit, don't focus on surviving on the withdrawals you're going to take from that account. Don't do that, because then that's going to put, like, you know, ungodly pressure on you. Then you're going to have pressure to succeed, pressure to withdraw money and take good trades. So can't do that. So even when I lost that amount, I still was making enough to pay my bills, you know, to pay your monthly bills, to make sure your monthly bills are covered, and then slowly just start. But it's the realization in the first place why you lose. Over risking, over trading, just logical ways why you lose, right? And once you get disciplined, it slowly comes back, but it takes time, you know, like that's the hardest thing to do. Is 10% a month is really possible? It is possible, but I don't think many people have experience in trading, like, you know, 6-figure accounts or even 50,000. So when it gets a little bit of a drawdown, they're like, oh man, the drawdown is so big, man, shit. What do we do? How many years did it take you to be profitable? I think probably like a year. But at the same time, it was just the realizing what it takes. Just 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. And just time. You got to give it time. You know, you got to give it time. My son just turned 1 in November, and it took him a full year to be able to, from the stage of trying to turn around, to be able to walk. A full year, right? We wanted him to walk and crawl the next day, but it takes time. Just like a child, you know, your trading account, your confidence, your ability to execute on trades you think matter, it all takes time, just like that. Euro JPY. So basically on gold, we had like a quick push up, but you know, I probably want to see buys above 1843. So I'm gonna write that right here. This is what I'm gonna wait for. Potential buys above 1843. 1843. I thought you were about to say managed risk. Oh, if you can't do 2% of small account, you can't do it in a bigger account. That's correct. How many times do you plan to stream a week? 3. What's your lot size usually? Between 10 and 30. How do you decide between a scalp trade and trade which you hold for 50 pips? Like, it's by having range to left and side. It's knowing that you have enough room to the left for price to move. So let's say if we break above 1843 and you take your trade at right over here, this is almost like a 33 pip range right here. If this is a 33 pip range, you know, out of this 33 pip range, you could get like maybe, you know, 20 pips over here, 23 pips here. But when we look at pound yen at this point on the 4-hour time frame, if you zoom out right here, we can take a look at this range, and looking to the left hand side, we have this range up to like, you know, 67, even all the way down here, 80 pip range. Clean. Look, this clean range started right here, and it finished all the way up over there. So we have this huge ass range right here. So that's why I basically secured where I wanted to secure here to the left hand side, because we approached a 1-hour support. So yeah, Bitcoin, please. Oh, Bitcoin to the core, Earth's core. Have you ever joined MLM company? Yes, I used to work for MLM company called. It was about this car service. This was this MLM company about. They charged like $20 a month, and they give you their card, and it was like roadside assistance MLM, something like that. I never hired people because I saw it was a great service, and it worked one time. I lost my keys, and I called the number on the card, and they verified me, and they sent me someone, and he basically unlocked my card for free. Well, I was paying, so yeah. Gold may support on 30-minute time frame, 4-hour support area. I took a pipper trade. I've seen that before. It gave me a huge 30-minute candlestick. and you want it to continue to fill the 4-hour wick. Yeah, 4-hour wick is above this area, and this 4-hour candle is about to close. To fill the 4-hour wick, we need to break above, so yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Have your expenses gone down since you moved to Pakistan? Yes, very considerably. Man, I was paying, my expenses in Canada were like 6,500 a month. Sometimes go to like, 7,000 a month. So coming back over here, these are like maximum 2,300 maximum. And that's even if you try to throw money outside the window. I mean, the electricity here is expensive, and it's probably double for what we were paying back in Canada. Okay, so what's this? Why do you think EU is not a good pair to trade? Well, I never said it's not a good pair to trade. I've always said I hate that pair. So there's a difference. Can you send me 1,000 USD? I'll pay you 2,000. Very nice. That's a pretty good investment. For how long? How does the broker work? Does the broker work all over the world? Our platform, it's accessible all over the world. It's accessible. Some countries are not there in the listing right there. So if your country is not in the list, you can choose crypto and continue. How can we trade for a longer time frame on Forex? Should we restrict ourselves to short time? Depends on what you want to do. Depends on what's your goal. Whether you want to be in and out of trades in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or you want to be in the trade for a few hours. That's what you got to focus on. First, you identify your goal, and then you execute on that goal. If it's smaller time frames, then probably you're going to look at the small time frame, like 30-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame. But if it's a high time frame, let's say you want to hold them for a few hours, then maybe you're looking into 4-hour time frames. Are you expecting volume to push through choppy below? I'm going to wait for I don't know. We'll see what happens. Below this area would be great though. What do you think about patterns like ABCD? I don't think how they can, like what tool they use to identify C and D. If this is A, let's say, I don't know what ABCD are, but this is A, B, C, and then probably D right here, like a retest. That's going to be the D. But but all patterns, they're basically made off of price action. I mean, if you look at price action says, well, if we reject this area, break above this wick, higher possibility to continue up. Remember that time you said you send my 20,000, let me know if you made my bank details. They're going to come in like installments over 20 years. Do we have any update on the DM? I don't have access to my MetaTrader 5. Well, Albert, this is what you got to do. There are currently no issues because a lot of people were able to do this. So you go to server migration and you follow all these steps. So, see here. Yeah, Albert, I see you. I see you with that bandana. Yeah. So this is what you got to do. You got to follow this, and especially this one right here. This is the most important step. And then, yeah, rest is normal. We upgraded the servers. So we moved to the new servers right here. So yeah, that's what you can do. I chatted EJ sells at 12 a.m. today Eastern time, but didn't sell and decided to wait for market to settle. At least my idea went right to 120. Oh, very nice. See, that's correct. Bro, I've seen you've been profitable without trading news much. I'm starting to not trade news anymore due to volatility. Do you not trade news as much? Yeah, I do trade news. NFP, I'm going to trade CPI on USD only. Yeah, that's it. Oh yes, they also have you can do ACH bank wires if you're from the US. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is, oh wow, look at that. Buys above 1842, 1843, no trade zone, looking at sales below this area, 27 range. Beautiful. This is excellent. What can I say? Very nice. Many moving back home has inspired me to do it within the next 5 years and just trading. Yeah, man, it's amazing. Being in Pakistan, I mean, what do you miss from Canada? To be honest, I miss cannabis. It was legal and you can get it from anywhere. Like, you know, you can get it from any store. There's stores there. You can walk in stores. They're going to show you a menu. You get to choose what you want. And then someone's going to come up and help you. And they'll ask you why you're taking it. What's the reason? And they'll basically show you different strains. They'll show you, like, you know, pink gorilla. They'll show you amnesia haze. They'll show you some, you know, some of the lighter stuff for indica, for sativa. You know, they'll ask you why you're taking it, and it's basically legal to that extent. There's no issues. You can just walk out the store and wave it in front of the police, and no one's going to say anything. And then just sit in your car, go home, and yeah, that's it. With all these new rules around this new disease and the quarantines, they've made things like this legal. Hey guys, don't like the rules? Here's something to mellow you down. How about in Pakistan? That's a gray area. It's literally growing a blueberry. They'll say, oh, you have problems sleeping? Well, here's some blueberry kush. Blueberry kush is gonna solve all those problems. You know, you have, yeah, it's crazy. Best advice to stay in the game with correct mindset: 1 or 2 trades a day. Trust me. Hey, we know you have, no, man. More cannabis shops than Tim Hortons. That's correct. All right. Did you ever smoke marijuana? No, I don't do drugs. Do you miss Tim Hortons? No. No. Yeah, I think it was good. Tim Hortons. I think they put something on the lids of their coffee. They put something there. So you get addicted. Can you trust 15-minute GJ sell on the next candle? No. No, not the 15-minute. Probably below this area. This would make sense. Below this area. Buongiorno, ciao Italia. Hey, buongiorno, Luca. It's buonasera here now. Oh yeah, buongiorno. Are the 3 live trading days of the week fixed, or you pick random days to do a stream? Well, there's a ballot box where people put their entries, and then we choose from there. No, it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. How much money you spent when you start doing Forex? A lot. Hey, love from India. Past 2 demo FTMO challenges. Oh, nice. Go to the live ones. Then go to the live ones, and then we can clap for you. Cannabis is not the same as marijuana? Yeah, it's the same. Just passed my Forex fund challenge with Uncle Ted lessons. Oh, nice. Very nice. Do you know about order blocks? I honestly don't. I think order blocks, if you just look to the left-hand side, I think order blocks are just your, you know, consolidation areas. What book do you recommend? I'll show you. This one right here. This book. Yeah. Very nice book. The 10 Essentials of Forex Trading. In focus. Out of focus. In focus. Just I'm just new to finish this book. Oh, nice. Very nice. Kesser, but shabash, shabash. Consolidation wala jo hai na chapter, wo bada arami chapter hai. Wo zabardast chapter hai. Did you ever try Fibonacci? No. I'm currently reading The Mental Game of Trading. It's been amazing. I recommend it to anyone that trades. You know what's better than reading all these books? Read about stories of successful traders. Read that. That's so inspiring. Like sometimes, you know, extremely inspiring. Do you have to do JYC on KYC? No. Right. Well, you have to submit your ID. Do you smoke shisha? I don't do smoking. Boot camp in France or Germany? Yes, we'll see. We're planning on some Europe tours. We're planning on definitely Germany, France. Like, you know, we're trying to plan Italy, you know, somewhere in Rome. So we'll see. Where would I get your stuff? Portugal? Yes. Yes, Portugal. Netherlands, I don't know. Too many strictness. Miami, yes. Yeah, Miami too. Miami is like, you know, Miami is 3 oceans away at this point. 3 oceans away. All right. How did you find your no trade range for gold this morning? The market looks really choppy. Well, you can just look at it, man. What the hell were you trying to do on gold over here? You needed this price to close above 1843 to continue up. Huge trader and made millions. He has great videos in English. Oh, Tom Haggard. Yeah. Do you think Shakira is hot? No, what you guys on today? How about Afghanistan? I need visit Russia. Yes, Russia. I wanted to go to Russia too. These gulag questions, some of them are so stupid and out of context, man. It's crazy. Hilarious. How do you get access to the Zoom? You can't. Why don't you come to Iran? Because we're banned. Canadian passport can't go to Iran. I've been stuck in a cycle and it is while my account is bouncing at break even. Please give some advice how break this boring cycle. The best way to break this cycle of break even is to basically see. Actually, you know what? There's a video being uploaded here later on, so you'll watch that. Yeah, that answer is there. Come to India, please. For sure, man, 100%. For you, Josh, I'll come to India and you won't even come to India. All right, hold on. What am I trying to do? Germany is good. All right. Oh, so you think reading books about chart pivot is useless? No, it's important. That was a joke I made earlier on. I never said it's useless. It was something I said alternatively if you want. I think it is because the most stuff you put in your brain fucks up your psychology. Just sticking with price action and what it does. Yeah, I think I'm a very selective reader. That's just me. You know, I'm a very selective reader. And what I mean by that is like from this book, I honestly read just one chapter because I was having problems in understanding this one thing in charts. So I opened up chapter 11 and I read that. This is on consolidating, you know, accumulation or sideways movement. That's it. This is the only chapter I read. I didn't read anything after that. And look, and this is the one useful thing I found. This one line on page 181, it says, the longer the market has been in the range, the more aggressive the breakout will be. If you understand English, you know exactly what that means. But I'm going to translate for people who have problems. If the market has been ranging for a long time, the breakout is going to be greater. I just came in. Oh, no trade. Do you want to hear a dark joke? Yes. If it's a knock-knock joke, we'll kick you because they haven't been much of a success here. What did the dumb, deaf, and blind orphan get for Christmas? Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, cancer. Wow. All right. Which book is that? It's 10 Essentials of Fun. Well, he warned you, RJ. He did say it's a dark joke. So you got to put your expectations way up. Like gold ranging today because Fed rate this week, there may be a big move coming. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think too. Gold has been ranging. I mean, look at this. Look on the daily here. We're starting to range. Look on the 4-hour, you know, we're in the sideways movement now. What advice do you have on reading and understanding the news videos to help? Yeah, I think it's good. I think here's the thing. I'm a very, very strong believer that, like, you know, the way the candles move, they're hinting to something. Every big move you see on the charts, it's explainable when you look at the candles, you look at price action. It's very, very explainable. So whenever there's news and there's a big move, I always look at the candles and I always ask myself, okay, could I have caught this trade based on these candles? All the time, you know. And I would say maybe 80% of the time you're gonna get your answer. Good morning, Macedonian.
Hey,
Will you be
good
trading
morning.
FMs? Hey man, how are you?
Good, and you?
I'm doing great.
Doing awesome.
How are you, man?
Tired.
Oh, man, that hoodie is getting a little tighter on you now. You're getting big.
Hey, it is. Maybe I probably watched it too many times.
Yeah, yeah, probably watched it. Yeah, I couldn't even recognize you, man. You're getting so swole. I was like, shit, is that Mac really?
As Macedonian.
Yeah. Do you see USD CAD? Do you see a buy opportunity on USD CAD? All right. All right. So, oh, this is not USD CAD. Okay, so let's start with the daily time frame. Daily is bullish, so you're looking for buys. Makes sense right here. Candle moving up. 4-hour time frame is going up. Okay, and now we don't know whether you're in a buy or not. And 1 hour is also bullish. Very nice. 30-minute candle. Ooh, looks like we've been consolidating here. 30-minute has to continue pushing up here above 26200. What keeps you motivated? Going to the gym every morning, knowing that some of my friends in Canada, they can't go to the gym because the gyms are locked down, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Every morning I go to the gym and I send them the video. I'm like, hey, look at this. Look at this gym. No masks, chilling.
I do the
There's a
same
cat
thing.
in the gym.
And then Steven gets mad.
That's what motivates me. But honestly, just going to the gym and working out in the morning is what motivates me every day. Every day. That's the one thing I look forward to. And seeing my beautiful kids in the morning. Yeah. And then driving my car. That's another thing that motivates me. Saying, oh, when my servant makes me breakfast, he makes an amazing breakfast, Mac.
Oh, yeah?
Amazing. Oh, yeah. Just killer breakfast.
What does he make?
He makes parathas.
Okay, some carbs.
Paratha. Yeah, this is what he makes. Parathas. Really thin, crispy parathas.
You can't stop doing that.
No,
Again,
not
agree.
pancakes. Parathas. No, just one. I have one of these and 6 egg whites. So you just gotta boil them. So yeah.
How much are you weighing right now?
Me, I'm 96 kgs.
So like 180? No.
No, close to 211.
211.
210, 211. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's good.
How much is to hire a servant in Pakistan? 10 USD a day? No, cheaper. How tall? I'm 6'1". 6'1". Man, people get surprised when they meet me. When they meet me in person, they're like, "Oh shit, you're fucking bigger than we thought you'd be." Ted was taller than I thought he'd be, man. Guy's 6'4".
Yeah, Ted looks like a basketball player, like a retired basketball player.
And Mac was wider than I thought he'd be for a Mexican. I was like, "Oh shit, man, you're white."
Hey, listen, I'm not Mexican. Putting out that.
Oh wow, UC Cat is breaking up over here for anyone who's in UC Cat. Oh wow, this thing is gonna continue moving here. Yeah, I guess we are bullish here after consolidation, moving into NY Open. Have you tried funded account? No, I thought NY session is at 2:30 UK time. It's only 12:30. Yes, NY session is in 1 hour. All right, pound yen is coming back down. We're coming back down. We need to break below 153.300. Are you vaccinated? How should I answer this? I guess that's my answer right there. 10 times. Man, I'm on the 5th booster right now. Boo-hoo for you who are on 3. All right. No, just joking. Guys, listen, this is very serious. We have to make sure we are safe. Your old parents are safe, neighbors are safe, everyone's safe, right? So if you haven't booked your boosts, boost them up. When will market free open up? If you can find it, you can find it. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Buys above below, sells below 153.830, 380. Yeah, I think more below this area because this is all the rejection area here. You know? Which strategy do you trade? I trade, it's called trading the trend. Basically, right now, we're trying to trade the trend on pound yen, which is in a bearish trend. Obviously, if someone disagrees, then you can leave it up to debate. But since we're bearish, and if we're trading the trend, we either want to sell concrete, amazing, good-looking resistances, or we gotta, like, you know, wait for support to break. So in this case, I'm waiting for support to break below 153.300 so we can trade the trend. 6'1" is a perfect man's height. Oh, thank you, Andy Sky. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's pretty good height. Do you always look in the chart? That's why you didn't miss the possible good entry. I'm always looking at the charts after every 30-minute candle close. Now, I know someone's going to try to do this as well, but like, you know, when you have volume time and this time of volume, when you know there's going to be volume in the market and there's something you've been waiting or looking for, maybe that something may happen during when there's volume in the market, right? So close to, like, you know, pre-London all the way to London Open, every 30 minutes, 45 minutes, look at where the candle is closing, what's happening, and then, yeah, that's about it. Oh, look, gold didn't go up, gold's coming down now. What shoe size? All right, let's see here. I say gold to test the 1829 area to grab liquidity, orders there, and then go through upside. Hey, I think you may be right. You may be right. What are your thoughts on selling gold at today's resistance? It would have worked out. Well, shoulda, woulda, coulda, buddy. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Are you from India? No, Raj Kumar. So American stock opens only when NYSE opens. Yeah, yes. Is it me or the volume this year hasn't been at all? Yeah, Michael. Michael, yeah, this year has just been dog shit, man. We're only sitting in January here, buddy. We still got February, March, April, May, June to go. By June, if there's no volume, you can say, "Oh man, there has been no volume this year." But we've only not even finished January yet. I think a better statement would be, "Hey, this month we haven't seen any volume at all." Then I'd say, "Yeah, you're right. This year, man, we still got a lot of days left." How about touring Africa? Yeah, probably to Mozambique. I always wanted to go to Mozambique. Used to watch wildlife documentaries of Mozambique and the African Sahara. So yeah, that may be in a plan to go on a safari. When does NYSC open in the UK? Mr. Javed, I would recommend you to please आप ये stream छोड़ दें, निकल जाएं यहाँ से आप window बंद करें और आप यहाँ से दस्ती you can आप चलें भी निकलें इधर से. Art of War helped me in trading. Awesome. NY Open, time for NY Open. Man, trust me, I have a lot of time on my hands. Look, time of NY Open opens at, okay, we know it opens at 8:30 a.m. Fucking Bing doesn't work like Google works. Bing gives you an answer. I'm not gonna say it. Okay. So 8:30. What the hell's happening over here, man? 8:30 a.m. Eastern in UK time. There we go. 8:30 a.m. Eastern is, oh wow, 1:30 p.m. You got your answer. Just gotta use Google, man. Use the Google. Have you checked out Kenya yet? No. I have a lot of friends from Kenya. Oh no, sorry, Somalia. All right. Can't see your Zoom link in Slack. Yes, it's there. Zoom link was sent in Slack. If we have around 268 people here in Zoom, so everyone found it. Oh yeah, pound yen is now nothing. What are we gonna do? You should visit. Let's see here. Nothing. Someone is saying GJ buys. Very nice, very nice. What's your workout routine? Today I did chest and triceps. I tried to do like 2 exercises. So I did inclined bench. I did eight sets. And then I did tricep pull downs. Tomorrow I'm gonna do hamstrings. No, quads, legs, tomorrow leg day. What's the future with market fluidity? You said you want to focus more on contemplation. What are your plans? With market fluidity, it's not even about market fluidity. It's about what we're doing as a whole, right? We want to create a huge ecosystem. We want to create like a huge ecosystem for your average trader, where you can have a system to learn, you can have a system to trade, amazing trading opportunities, amazing trading environments at the same time. And then you also have a system to manage your risk, manage your trade. So that's where you have market fluidity. You have Dominion markets, you have magic keys. So we're trying to create a full ecosystem where we can have everyone in the same place. Also, we're going to look into getting funded programs as well under the market fluidity umbrella. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. Do you plan on opening a trading floor in high traders? No. No, not yet. Probably virtually, but not yet. When will the funding program start? No idea. Probably by March, April. Don't know yet. I miss Donald Trump. Well, so do we. You set a sell limit when price drops below your support or wait and do market order. I focus on when it's about to happen, and then I just look at the market and then wait for it to happen. Do you plan on coming to South Korea? Probably. You should change your channel name. I think you should change your name. All the hate on funding program. Now you open one. Yes. Yes. Because I've seen FTMO, I've seen Funding Talent, I've seen a lot of these companies, and these companies have some issues. You know, these companies have some issues. So every time I've done something, I've tried to solve an issue. So there's an issue with these companies, you know, whether it's their, like, you know, timelines, returns, whatever, that there is something, and I'm gonna, like, you know, probably break that. We will. So we'll see how that goes. He never hated on it. He just said it's not smart to with 100K 10. Yeah, that's correct. Does Dominion Market take Visa or MasterCard? Yes. When are you coming to Sydney? I don't know. Not sure. Probably by the end of this year, summertime. We'll see. I was thinking about going to the FX Summit. Yeah, should be good. Should be good. Are you going to be at the FX Summit? No, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be there. Things didn't work out, so I'm not going to be there. I will be the first to join funding program. I think before you even join a funding program, you should know how to take a winning trade. Otherwise, it's just going to be no problem. What's your blood group? I think B negative. Yeah, I think it's B negative. It would be a bad idea to sell at resistance or buying a better trade. I think it's going to be, for me personally, I think it's going to be better for price to break below 1835. And then I can focus on taking a sell. Oh, or even if we can have a strong 30-minute candle closing bearish on gold, I think with NY open, we can push down. Yeah, exactly. Funding program is for tax write-off, right? In a way, yes. Are you a crypto? Is a gym on the list of businesses you want to open? No, gym has a low rate of return, and the kind of returns we get currently from our businesses, I don't know nothing about running a gym, so I'm probably not going to do that. People in the stream ask the most random questions. That's true. Can you show us a dashboard in MT5 that shows your trades limits per day? Is it free? What? Dashboard? I don't know what you mean. If you could make toast that has wheels, you could put your toaster on the side. When it's done, toaster literally roll on your plate. Yeah. What do you think about Q Banks? I think he's a good guy. I just don't agree with their business practices. What is the circumference of it? What the fuck are you guys talking about? Chest size. All right. This is the new 15-minute candle starting on gold. I either want a candle to close at this point or break below this area. If it breaks below this area, we're going to be looking to enter a sell here on gold. All right. All right. All right. All right. Why it didn't work out with the FX? Man, they invited me. And I'm like, okay, well, like, you know, just pay for my tickets and I'll come over there and then it's going to be awesome. They were willing to pay for one-way ticket. That's it. I have to do everything myself. My stay, my food, lodging, transport, everything was on me. And I'm like, well, why am I then, you know, it doesn't make any sense, because you're going to make shitloads of money from people paying you to come to see the guests. And if you can't get, yeah, it just didn't work out. It was very humiliating, to be honest. How can I follow you on a leaderboard? I have no leaderboard. What bread do you like? White bread with Nutella. Great educational platform. Been following for some time. Quick question. Any plans by doing markets to share COT information? No, we don't. But COT information, I think it's available through routers. But other than that, I have no idea. I'm taking advice through 2 to 3% per trade. Very nice. It's very hard. I know. This advice to follow is very, very hard. It's not easy. It's extremely difficult, but because you have to fight with yourself. Do you have a leaderboard in the past? If so, why did you stop? It was a lot of pressure. I had one leaderboard on Trader's Domain. I went into a big drawdown, then came back in positive 50%, closed that account. It was just too much pressure because, you know, people message you about things and trades you're taking, and I just know I can't perform like that. Does Magic Key properly work on Mac? Could get some buttons to work, but 60% of them don't function. Email Magic Keys. They'll sort it out for you. When are you using fixed lot and when you use percentages? Depends. Fixed lots I'm going to use with candle confirmations, and percentages probably with impulse entries. I meant the information on the MT5 that says 2 trades left for the day and show percentage. Oh, that thing. That's the tool that you get with Magic Keys. So what Magic Keys, right? What Magic Keys? Magic Keys is a total trade and risk management program, right? This device right here, right? This is the total risk management, trade management tool. So when you get the software, I think the software is free, but I think to get the software, you need to get the Magic Keys. So once you get the software, then it shows all your stats, the trades you've been profitable at, you know, the pairs you've been profitable at, your chance of getting profitable, everything. It's amazing, super amazing. If you want to manage your risk, man, get yourself a copy of Magic Keys. Physical version is for, you know, 165. The digital version we have here is for like $30. And if you get the digital version, so if you get the digital version for $30, and if you want to buy the physical one, you're going to get $30 off of this one right here, the physical one. So, you know, that's pretty good incentive. So is there a spiritual one? Yes, right here. Right here. All right, gold is coming here. We got 9 minutes left for the candle to close. 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left. What's this? If the NY open candle pulls back a bit and then breaks the low, yes, I'm going to take those sells as well. If the NY open candle wicks up and breaks the low, boom. Boom. It'll be a crazy, crazy drop. Crazy drop. Crazy drop coming up. Man, Magic Keys is so sick. Here's what you can do with that as well, right? You place a position, let's say right here. There's a thing called partial TP. So you can adjust partial TP. So let's say your full TP is right down here and your partial TP is right here. If price comes and hits your partial TP, right? What it's going to do is it's going to take off a percentage that you want it to take off because it's partial, right? So it's going to take off, let's say 80% of your position, automatically put your stops at break even and let the rest run. And if that else runs right there here, take profit. So it's like a combo move. You don't even have to look at the charts. You just set it up. That's it. Yeah, so there are a lot of combos you can use on this. And that partial TP triggers break even too. Yes, that partial TP triggers break. Does Dominion Market take UK bank cards? Visa and MasterCard you can, but sometimes banks they block third-party payments. So that's something you have to keep in mind. All right, we have 7 minutes left for the candles to close right here for gold and for pound yen. Voss is the best drinking water you can get. Trust me. This is a bigger bottle. Okay. Did you ever market pending with Magic Keys? No. Jew has really been wonderful, blessed. Oh, nice. Is it alkaline? I have no idea what this is. This is a mineral water with very low mineral content, contain low sodium, bottled in Norway. Yeah, it's from Norway, this bottle. I don't care about its alkalinity, but it's from Norway. So I'm going to take that as a yes. All right, let's take a look at this US 30 here. Broke previous low, took the sell, closing 50%. Oh, very nice. Should be volume to continue down. Pound yen. Yeah, pound yen should also. This candle's about to close, man. Also, I haven't purchased. I purchased market fluidity before the intake last week. Still haven't received anything about it. What do I do? Email accounts at marketfluidity.com. Accounts with an S. Voss is a water for the rich people, but has bad energy in it because people try to make a lot of money with it. It has amazing energy with it in it, man. What are you talking about? This Voss, it's artesian water from Norway. Artesian water. It has amazing energy in it. You need to buy water while we get best way to fund Dominion account crypto. Would it be a nice idea to sell GJ when the candle closes below 400? I think you want to wait for the candle to close because we rejected this area before, so we want to see how this candle closes. So yeah, oh wow, look at that. Ripped right back up. Since we got time, what type of trade is that? It looks really supportive on the back. I've been looking for a new chair. Oh, what kind of chair is that? This is some local Pakistani brand, man. Yeah, look at this. See that? Yeah, it has no brand on it. Oh yeah, there it is. This is Work. This brand is called Workspace. Yeah, it's a Workspace brand. I actually went to that place and I asked them, what's your cheapest, best chair? What's the cheapest, best chair you have? They showed me a cheap chair and I'm like, okay, what's better than this? And then I bought that. So yeah, it's very nice. It's got lumbar support. I don't use that, but it's got that. Why do you love Alibaba? I never said that. Staples in Canada? Yeah, Staples surprisingly has a lot of computer stuff. And does Magic Keys also have an option to set up a partial stop loss, like automatic closing, half 5 pips in withdrawal, for example? Yes. Actually, yes. Are you getting a good return from solar panels you installed? Yeah. The electricity bill has been pretty low. So yeah, we got some time over here. Just gonna go kill time. Got some time. Gonna go kill time. All right, we're back. Are you going to do what Corriga did? Man, bad vibes. Bad vibes. I have a lot of fun life to live, and I love my life this way. I need your advice. I finished my college and then the pandemic started. I didn't get a job. I'm just starting trading so far, and honestly, I've got my parents' support for now. I'm just getting started making small profits. I believe I can stake. Later, I can invest in some businesses. Yeah, I think that's good. That's good. If your parents are supporting this idea and you're making some small profits, that's good. At the same time, I would say maybe like, start a side hustle. So looking at price action right now, we can see the 30-minute candle is closing above this area. So there are no sells for pound yen. Oh, gold. Pound yen, however, also pulled up its pants right here in the last few seconds. Yeah, I think break below this low would be valid for price to continue down in pound yen. Yeah, gold had to close below the support. Will there be a lot of volume in the market when World War III starts? Yeah, I would say so. There's going to be a lot of volume. Yeah, I think the spreads are going to get higher as well, because there's going to be a lot of volume, and all that volatility will make spreads go up. What's your thoughts of opening an offshore account? Depends on what's your goal. Like, you want to pay people internationally, you have clients internationally, you want to pay them, or like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to like, live maybe not where you want to live and you want to live like, anywhere else? Then sure. Yeah, because you can access them from whenever you want, wherever you want. So depends on what you're trying to do. So we didn't break the low over here on 30-minute time frame. So obviously we're not going to continue down. 1 hour candles also, whatever, So I guess for NY open candle to continue down on pound yen, we'll need to break below this low here again for price to move down. But so far nothing. So in that case, we can see, okay, we made a top wick. And holy, Bitcoin 33. I was gonna sell Bitcoin right here. I was watching this right before the our stream here. I was like, man, should I sell it? Should I try it? This fell like $1,000. Pretty good spread over here too on Bitcoin. Yeah, gold is whatever. I mean, if I try to buy it above this area, this is like, oh yeah, it's a pretty good range here. So 15-minute time frame. Oh, we're coming up. We're coming up on gold. Uh-oh. Yeah, above this high on the 30-minute time frame. That's going to be amazing. Because we break above this high, we come in this vicinity to continue pushing. 23 pip range, and stop's going to go below this 30-minute candle. Ooh, pretty big stop over here, 25 pips. Maybe start with a 10 lot right here. Pretty big stop. Yeah, so above this area, I'd take that chance. Yeah, let's see, I'll take that chance. All right, pound yen is moving here as well. All right, let's focus over here now. Yeah, so above this 30-minute would make sense. I think we got ample range here. If we break above this high, this bearish 30-minute candle will break above this area and boom, boom, move up. Do you day trade or day trade? Gold touched the morning order block and boosted up. Oh, very nice. Mac, you need to push the market with the swollen. Oh, wow. This guy's sitting there in his woman beater over there with his wife beater on. Mac. Mac looks like someone from Jersey Shore.
With the
Can
wife beater, that'd be white.
yeah. Can we trade crypto Dominion markets? Yes. All right. Oh wow, look at this. Pound yen is about to make the move over here as well. Ladies and gentlemen, pound yen is at a crucial stage here to break below. Gold is at a crucial stage here to break above. My oh my. Very, very amazing. Now let's consult our neighbors here. Well, my neighbors, the Chinese, China indicator. China, oh, live. So to type in China indicator. Okay, the pound is weak and dollar is strong. So if dollar is strong, that means gold should drop and pound should drop. So yeah, it'll be another story if it drops, but they're saying dollar is strong, which makes no sense. Which makes no sense because, like, you know, we're just consolidating right here, and I don't know. I don't even know or think if it's going to be move above 1840.50 because of the FMC we have on Wednesday. What's your opinion on EJ sells? Well, Mr. Manolis, send a chart and then we're going to take a look at it. Send it on and we're going to take that chart on and we're going to see what's going on. Oh, wow, pound is reversing from that area now. Let's see what USD CAD closed bullish as well. Let's take a look at Euro Yen. Oh yeah, okay. Let's take a look at this right here. Euro Yen has a wick at this point. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, yeah, I guess we need to break below this area. 128, 519, 520. Looking to the left-hand side, let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame. So we're going to put a zone right here. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, we need to break below this whole rejection area, 128, 500-ish, to continue down. Looks like gold is not done yet. Now, here's the thing. Should I break my plan and I keep my buy stops above the previous candle? Or should I just follow my plan and wait for price to come above 1843?
You should wait for your plan.
That's the inner voice speaking right now.
You missed your opportunity at 7:45.
Oh, this push down.
Yeah, to grab it to push up for 8 o'clock. I was on a call, otherwise I would have mentioned it. I apologize.
I should have texted to us.
Sorry.
So this exhaustion right here, this was the exhaustion to push up for 8 a.m. because we have volume at that time all the time.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you think about it too, right? So the idea here is, okay, if we're gonna reject like 1844, why would we reject 1844 at like 7 a.m.? Why wouldn't we wait for the North American session to open, have them drive the market up and then reject around there, right? So the push that we got at 7:30 was a fake out, because essentially that is probably the move later on today, if anything. But it's like, more than anything else, it's a liquidity grab, because if you have to think logically, right? If price is meant to go down, why is it going down before the North American open? So when it's going down like that, you know that it's going to drive up probably at 8 a.m. Because if it was meant to go down, then most likely it would have driven up at 7:30 to drive further down, right? Because we had that rejection at 1842, like the other day. I think about 4 hours ago, we had a huge rejection, 1842. We dropped back down to 1837. So that's basically, sort of the top. But for us to then have the North American session, we need to have that top again so that it drives further down. So the market's moving in that wave, but overall pattern is still bullish, because if we look at the weekly, we've already dipped a bit, but that dip may be just the initial pulse down. And now we need that drop again to grab more orders, right? Because Monday's a little choppy too. So a lot of times what'll happen is Monday will show the move for the rest of the week, but it'll fake everybody out and drive further up.
Yeah, no, and now just by looking at this, it also makes sense. Like if we rejected, but this
Right.
broke down, but even this rejected, then
Right.
made sense to go up.
That's right. Yeah. So if you look at your 15-minute candle, then what you would do is you would play that range, right? So you would say to yourself, okay, if that 15-minute candle rejects down over here, this 5-minute candle will start to drive, and then this will be your 8 o'clock move. And then you can say, okay, I'm going to close right about here. And then essentially you have what, like maybe like half a pip of or maybe 5 pip stop. And then you have basically a 20 pip gain at that point. It's a really,
exactly.
it's a really tight range, but you know that because your 15-minute candle finished with that bullish tail. So you know 8 a.m. we're going to get that push up. Even if it starts to drive down, say at 8:30, you know you could at least grab 8 a.m. to drive up, right? And you're essentially driving into that zone. So you're catching the impulse move up to push up to the top of that range. And then now, technically speaking, because it keeps rejecting that 1845 area, you know, this candle that's pushing up right now at 1839, the safer opportunity may be a sell below, like you said, 1835, driving back down to 1832. Right? You sort of don't want to drive up. If you're a new trader, you don't want to drive up into that zone if you don't have clear confirmation, because this 15-minute candle was, that's a very, very tough confirmation, because you have to know exactly where you're getting out. Because if you don't, you're going to get stuck, and that's where you lose, right? So you're basically playing this range right here. This is the range that you're playing, and you're saying to yourself, okay, at this point, as long as we stay above here, I know my next candle is going to push up, probably grab liquidity here, but then my overall move, chances are, is going to be breaking down, and then you have your clean move down over here. This is a quick, like 5-minute trade. You're not in it for more than that. And you have to recognize what is happening and why it's happening. New traders will get destroyed here, because what they'll do is they'll take a buy and they'll say, well, I got in over here because I got in late. Now I have to get in above over here. Like all this math will start happening, and then you'll realize like you're not going to be able to get past that. I mean, there is opportunity to go further up to 1842, but your initial move here, 20 pips, no drawdown. That's your goal, because this was your liquidity grab to drive for the next 15-minute candle.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Problem. Oh yeah, Bitcoin's dying.
Man. Wow. It was at 35,000 here.
I think it's going to hit about 30,000. See, so here's the thing with Bitcoin. If anyone's looking at Bitcoin, here's the
Look at the weekly.
Yeah, here's the smartest thing you can do with Bitcoin is you have that huge drop
Traffic.
all the way down to like 30K, right? So you know it's going to drop to like 30K or 23K or whatever it's going to drop to. Think about how much upside you have afterwards. If you're one of those Bitcoin maximalists, man, just put a buy stop at like 44,000, and that would be probably your last time. And it would just, you're set for life then at that point. You're just going all the way up. Like, don't try and take trades over here or try and buy Bitcoin down over here. Just, if you're holding it long term, if you really think Bitcoin's the shit and it's going to go to the moon, take a buy over here, because once it starts to do all this crap over here, you know it's going to just continue up. So you know you bounce here, just buy it over here. Like, don't try and buy the bottom. Like, it's stupid. If you think Bitcoin's going to go to 300K or to 100K, you buy it at 44,000. You're only like 10 or 20,000 short. You're still making a hefty profit. You're still making 100% on your money. I mean, so what? You didn't get the bottom. Like, who cares? Take it where it's safe and you actually see the move on the way up. That's the best strategy you can do for Bitcoin, is you know that it's probably going to go back to 60K in some distant land. Buy it at 40K. Just put a buy stop at 40K, because chances are if it goes to 40K in that direction bullish, you're going to basically, you're going to be in in a situation that chances are a support was already created and we're on our way up, right? Like, why sit here? Like, you're going to sit here for the rest of your life going, okay, are we going to buy at 32? Am I going to buy it, whatever number I'm going to buy it? It's like, set a buy stop where you know that chances are support will already have been formed and it'll just go, right? Like, even if you put a buy stop at 50K, if you think it's going to go to 60K, that's an easy win, because you're going to be in at 50K and it's going to move all the way up to that. I mean, why try and buy it 30,000, then it drops to 25, then it drops to 20. You're losing all that equity where you can just wait for it to hit support and bounce. And if you know it's going to 100K, buy at 40K. You get 2.5x your return, and you didn't have to stress trying to figure out what's happening at 30K or 29K. Don't be that person. You don't need to be. Like, literally think logically. If you think Bitcoin's going to the moon for the rest of your life, do you need to buy in at 30K? No, you just need to buy in at 40K or 50K, because you know it's going to go back up there. Simplest thing in the world. I don't know why people are even watching Bitcoin right now. Set your buy orders and just go.
There you go. 30,000. 30,000 is the magic number right there. I was waiting for 30,000 when it was at like 40,000 when that dip happened, and then it just shot the fuck up, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, I guess we're not gonna come to 30,000 anymore. And then the last 2 months, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, you know why, right? Because so here's the other thing too is Bitcoin and crypto run bear markets for a long time. So to be honest, I'm expecting a bear market all this year with Bitcoin and crypto, and then potentially next year actually being a bull market. So this year is going to be very bearish for a lot of things, and I think you will find that this year is going to be very, very, very tough on people. It's going to be a lot of red in the markets, and then it's going to wipe everybody out. And then 2023 is going to be the time where everyone gets in there and liquidity comes back and everything goes bullish. So I think a lot of people are going to get wrecked this year trying to call bottoms, trying to get into the market at lows, and it's just going to keep going lower and lower. And I think that's what people are going to have to understand is, I think this year is a year of a correction. 2023, put your money in and then you'll run it out. I'll be looking for entering the market probably in November this year. It just seems like it's going to be a very, very bad market this year. And in general for everything.
Is that got to do with what's happening right now around the world with the entire the COVID thing and stuff, or just
so
how the cycle is at this point?
Yeah, so you have basically inflation cycle that's going through. The rates are going to kill everybody. That's the biggest thing. All these rate increases are going to happen when people can't afford it, because the governments have to slow down inflation. So they're going to put in all these rate increases, these rate hikes for interest rates, and that's going to destroy a lot of people, and that's going to bleed the market dry. It'll hurt a lot of people, and then what'll end up happening after that is in 2023, that's when the markets will rebound at that point. So this year will probably be a year of correction.
Hey, Uncle Ted.
Hey.
I got a question about crude oil. What do you think about crude oil?
So if there is a war this year, crude oil is going to go through the roof. I was reading about that. If not, I think it depends on how they open up travel restrictions and things of that nature. Now, the funny thing is, if you look right now, Rothschild, who owned most of crude oil, so if you look at Rothschild, the family, they own crude oil. They actually switched all their holdings to green energy, electricity. So what they've done is they've actually played it really smart. They've basically pushed everything into solar. So what they're going to do is they're going to get everybody, there's all these incentives now to buy green cars, right? So what's going to happen is the world's going to be full of green electricity cars. And what'll end up happening there is the cost of electricity is going to go through the roof. It's going to make Rothschild super rich. It's going to drop the price of oil. and they're going to buy back in all their oil positions at the low. And then what's going to happen is everyone's going to get wrecked owning a green car. They're going to go back to using oil, and then all the gas cars are going to come back, and then they're going to double dip. So that's exactly what's going to happen. So you'll be surprised. There's a lot of push right now with green energy. It's because the governments have been bought out by Rothschild,
Oh my gosh.
obviously, and they've been pushing green energy because you figure oil's topped out, right? You can't get much from oil now at this price or whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty high. I mean, historically.
And then, so what they're doing now is every car manufacturer, you notice how for like maybe it was like 4 years ago, there was that huge, like, we're never doing green cars. Like the big three auto manufacturers, everybody's like, no, green cars don't work. Electrical power isn't efficient. We're not going to be able to get the range anxiety, blah, 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 blah. As soon as Rothschild came out and said, hey, we're buying a whole bunch of solar, suddenly that whole tune across the whole entire automotive industry changed. And now every car manufacturer is building green cars. Suddenly you can buy a pickup truck that's electric, fully electric. You can buy all these cars that are electric. So they're driving the consumer to an electric vehicle. The consumer's like, oh, this is great. I'm going to drive electricity because electricity is super cheap right now. But then once everyone starts charging their car, it's going to put a huge strain on the electrical on electricity. That's going to drive the price of electricity up, which is going to crush everybody. And then people are going to have to go back to using a gas car, and then basically that'll pump oil price again.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are just renting electric cars right now, and really kind of like just getting involved into the energy market. But yeah, that's pretty wild how Rothschild, how they're just gonna kind of manipulate,
Yeah, that's the thing. If you watch where Rothschild puts their holdings, that's basically where they're looking to manipulate the market. Because they're not in it to lose. Let's put it this way: Rothschild hasn't lost ever, so they're not going to they're not going to turn around and bet on something that they're going to lose money on.
So they have like a 5-year plan, something like that, for like the market, basically, like a 10-year plan.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what I think is going to happen is all the cars are going to go electric. We won't be even needing to drive cars. Like you look at Tesla, right? It blows your fucking mind. You sit there, it just drives its own lane, no problems, no issues, and that's done. So I think that's where we're headed. No one would be able to drive anymore. We'll just sit in the car, put the GPS in, and it's going to take us there. That's it. And I think there was this cartoons where everyone just becomes lazy and they don't drive or go anywhere. They're just taken to certain places. And yeah, I think that's where we're headed at this point.
Yeah.
So gas cars coming back, I don't know. That's a very wild assumption. It's like calling the old Transformers. Hey,
Morning.
Karen.
Morning, my children. Quick thing. I mean, quick question. Will you guys be interested in investing on stocks like lithium stocks? That's the I'll say that's what all these batteries are made of.
Yeah.
Are you trying to
makes
sell me
all
lithium?
sense to invest on.
Well, the challenge is with all the lithium, all those products China's bought up. If you look at China's basically played, like I said, the real live version of the game Risk. I don't know if anybody knows that game, but it's basically you put your little blocks on pieces of the board, and it's parts of the world. China has bought, or quote unquote bought, most countries that have any sort of resource allocation towards any sort of green energy, anything like that. If you look at all their holdings in South America, in Afghanistan, things of that nature, they've gone into all these countries, and people are like, well, why are they helping out all these poor countries or these underdeveloped countries? It's because of their resources that they have there, so that China can have a stranglehold on the West. And that's what is happening right now in the world is wherever China's entering the market, that's where you should be entering the market. That's basically what's happening right now, because China is going to essentially take over the world over the next, say, 5 to 10 years. And that's what they're doing, is they're gradually scooping up different areas, like I would say Africa, Afghanistan, South America. They have very, very strong holdings there right now because they're looking to choke the world. And that's what they're doing right now, is China will grab all that, and then they're going to choke all the other manufacturers into buying at a super increased price, while their home or domestic manufacturers in China do it for cheaper. Because that's the thing, China, the only way China survives is through export. They can't do anything. They can't afford to import anything. They don't want to import anything. The only way that China survives is export. And the only way that they can survive export is making sure that nobody can produce what they're doing at a more cost efficient price. So technically speaking, we had China on the ropes when Trump was in power, when they were doing that trade agreement between China and the US. Like, it was like back, I think 2019, 2018, was it?
2018,
Yeah, 2018. We had them in a chokehold, and all Trump had to do was pull the trigger, because he had everybody buying American, doing this, doing that, and it was destroying China. And then they released the chokehold, and that's when China was like, yeah, this is never happening again. Now we're setting ourselves up for full domination.
Oh god. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's true, because if you think about it, at that point, China wasn't able to send anything. The US was taxing all the imports coming from China. So it was actually really, really smart what they did, because once you get rid of China's export power, they really have nothing to offer you. But then what ended up happening was they released that export power, and then now they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah, they play pretty dirty.
Yeah, well, China plays long game. We all know that, right?
They have like authoritarianism though.
Yep. I think
It kind of sucks.
at the end of the day, your safest bet is become self-sufficient. Build enough wealth for yourself so that you can farm your own vegetables, get your own sort of, like, go back to like the original olden days. I think that's going to be your only way that you're going to survive the next, say, 10 or 15 years, because the way things are going right now, they want you to be relying on the government. Every Western world right now is setting you up for reliance on the government. They're going to basically do debt forgiveness. They're going to make sure that you get taken care of.
No one wants to work anymore.
Right, and that's what they've done. They've conditioned everybody, right? So that's where the metaverse comes, right? So you're going to have no money. You're going to have nothing. And what's going to happen is they're going to offer you this metaverse where you can go live a fantasy life, right? Because it doesn't cost anything for you to put on VR goggles and go to like to Hawaii in virtual land.
Oh, right? Yeah, that's a great business model, right?
But that's what it is. So that's what they're doing right now. So this is why all this is happening. Why do you think they keep locking us up? They're conditioning you to understand what it's like to be at home for days at a time doing nothing. And then they're going to introduce this entertainment for you. And you're going to be like, oh, this is great. I can stay home now. I'm already used to staying home. I'm used to not working out. I'm used to getting fat. I'm used to eating processed foods, right? If you look, all the Beyond Meat products have so many chemicals in them. They have more chemicals in them than the natural foods. But nobody talks about that.
Oh, right? No, the stocks are going down.
Yeah.
Is that along the same lines as the narrative for green energy and green solutions and stuff like that with the Rothschilds?
Yep.
Yeah, the magic number is 30K right here. Yeah. Just talking to my brother, and he's like, man, I'm buying more at 30K. I'm like, oh, damn, that's a magic number.
Well, but see, here's the thing. If everyone says 30K, it's going to go drop below 30K.
That's what I don't. That's what I don't want to call like a price point to start buying. I mean, the way that Tate explained it is really easy to, because you at least you're not fighting with the exhaustion, thinking that, oh, this is the dip. Yeah. This thing most likely a lot of people are, the average Joe is looking for a 30K hit. And then they're going to start buying from there. And guess what? That thing can easily go to 27, 26, 25. So unless you have exhaustion at that point from this drop, you're not gonna get the confirmations to buy, in my opinion. If I miss the move, I miss the move. You know, I'm not in a hurry of making, let's say, or grabbing a 30K price.
That's what I mean. Like here's the thing, let it dip below 30 and even buy at 40K. Let it marinate and then just do that. Like it's just so easy. Like if that's what you're truly thinking, that crypto's the next wave and this is it and this is what you're gonna do, man, there's no point of calling a bottom. Just let it do its thing. Set a bunch of buy stop orders and then it'll be executed at 40K or 35K or whatever. And then you have no stress. You just sit back and you're like, that's it. Now we're going to the moon.
Rule number one. Rule number one: when everyone says buy at 30, sell at 30.
You can easily sell it. Yeah, you can easily sell it, and then
Rule
30 can
number
easily
one.
start acting as some sort of resistance.
Right? Kavan knows.
I'm gonna keep my prayers for El Salvador.
I think what do you guys think about GJ? I think we got a little nice range to come down over here.
Downtown, straight to the LA. Do you think crypto is the next wave and maybe a payment in the metaverse? Yeah, sure. That's what we use right now, right? Metaverse. We have Mana. Mana you can buy from Ethereum.
I mean, it's funny because people are saying this is a conspiracy stream. I mean, it's not a conspiracy stream. If you look around you, a lot of what you're told what to do and how you're told what to do is predictive programming, right? If you look at what's put on TV, all that's predictive programming, right? And it was the whole thing with the conspiracy of like, oh, you know, like doctors wouldn't be against you. It's not the doctors that are against you. It's the people that run the doctors that are against you. Like your family physician isn't against you. Your family physician isn't trying to kill you. It's all the people that they report to. They've been giving marching orders. I mean, it's tough because I've talked to a lot of people about these conspiracy theories. It's a hard pill to swallow. But once you think logically through things, and your doubt comes from the fact that you think that you're not smart enough to understand what's happening, right? So you think what you see, you're like, oh no, that's impossible. Like there isn't anybody stupid enough to do this to us. And then once you remove that sort of doubt of logic in your head, and you're like, wait a second, this makes no sense, you become empowered. But what happens is when you sit and watch media every day, and you watch the news every day, you lose that empowerment because there's people that come on the news that repeat the same thing over and over again, and that casts doubt in your mind.
And,
right?
And what they do is that they assume that you're stupid and they can't remember the last newscast from yesterday.
That's exactly it. And I think people have to recognize that, and they have to say, listen, like there's a lot of things that are happening that doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but if you go to a restaurant and you sit down and you take your mask off, you're breathing the same air. Like that's the most simplistic thing of logic you'll ever see. And there isn't anyone that can argue with me. There's not a scientist in the world that's going to tell me that air travel is different sitting down than standing up. It's the exact same air. You breathe the exact same air. You want to know how you know you breathe the same air? Have someone fart in a room with you. Sit down or stand up and see if you can smell the fart. You can still smell the fart.
Oh, come on.
Yes, stand up or sit down.
No, but
if it's somebody like Mark, I bet you everybody's gonna feel it.
Just think about it, right? If you can smell a fart sitting or standing, that means you breathe the same air sitting or standing.
You'll learn that quickly when you're in a room with a bunch of dudes.
You know why kids are easy to manipulate? Because their mind is so young.
Yeah.
Think about it. If I tell a kid he's stupid his entire life, what do you think he's going to think? He's stupid, right? Simple.
Yep. And it's the same thing. What's happening right now is people are saying that, you know, this is happening or that's happening. And unfortunately, it's not happening the way that you think it is. You're being told it's happening that way. And the news is telling you that. I mean, I think everybody knows they can walk outside right now and go to the mall. We're not all dropping dead.
Uncle Ted, why does this world not make very much sense?
Because there's a few people in the world right now. There's a handful of people that are very evil. And they've basically decided that this is going to happen. If you think about it, right? So if you look through like CIA documents that have been opened up, the art of manifestation, the art of consciousness, those kind of things were pushed away from the general public because the evil in the world is using that for their own purpose, right? If you look through CIA documents, manifestation is real. They figured it out in the 60s. They don't want people using that because that's going to empower you. That's going to make you stronger. Your consciousness of who you are as a person by, understanding what you're supposed to be doing in life. They don't want people rising up and understanding that. So that's what's happened here. And I mean, people always say, oh, it's a conspiracy, this and that and the other. I mean, you just have to take a look at what's going on.
Why are they so deathly afraid of that? Why are they so deathly afraid of that? Like, what's going to happen if that happens?
It's because it overthrows power. It overthrows evil, right?
Yeah.
Evil in the world is what's making the world go round right now. Evil, right? You figure what are the most toxic things you can do to your body? There's like porn, processed foods, what else? Lack of exercise, lack of sleep, right? Those are things that hurt you. TV, what does TV do? TV desensitizes you. TV numbs your brain, right? You don't learn anything from TV.
What about social media?
Yeah, it's the same thing, right? Why do you think, if you think about all the richest people in the world, they all have played a role in this whole system. Amazon, Tesla, Facebook. Think about it. Think about what they've done to society. All those companies, what they've done to society. For the most part, they haven't really created a benefit, to be honest, right? Amazon has basically killed small business. Facebook has created umpteen abilities to bully people, body shame. There's been fights. People have been able to.
There's like a lot of violence on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like a lot, if you go on Facebook, you can there's like a lot of violence I've noticed. That's why I stopped using Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg has fixed it now after he had his meeting with the, those guys there up in the government. He fixed it. There's no problems.
Good luck.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's just things like that, right? And it's just people aren't aware of it because you're constantly in a state of just trying to live, right? So think about it this way. Here's a perfect example. And this was talked about a long time ago. And I think we talked about this on a previous stream, is why do you work 40 hours a week? 40 hours a week, the work week was created for capitalism, right? And what does working 40 hours a week do? 40 hours a week, if you think about it, it creates a need for you inside your head, right? So what do you do? What's the first thing people do when they go to work and they work 40 hours a week? What do they always say? Oh man, I can't wait for the weekend. I can't wait for vacation, right? So what does that do? As soon as everybody leaves their workplace, they pump money into the economy and spend because there's a void that they need to fill, right? So think about it. When you go on vacation, you're trying to escape. No one ever turns around and says, I want to go on vacation and because I'm happy. They always say, I want to go on vacation because I want to escape and I want to take a break. People who don't work 40 hours a week don't turn around and say, I need a vacation, because you're already living a life where you don't need to take a break from it. So if everybody had that same mentality, capitalism would fail. Because if we were all entrepreneurs, we were all self-sustaining, you could go on vacation or you can go to another country and visit anytime you wanted. That's not good for capitalism. So that's why they keep you strapped in your chair to work 40 hours a week. Because as you continue to work, you buy things, right? So what do you say to yourself? Yeah. I work so hard, I need to buy myself a big house.
I need to reward myself.
I need to reward myself. Those rewards continue to keep capitalism moving and keep the industrial revolution going, right? As soon as that stops, think about all the happiest people in the world. What do they have? They don't have anything. Why are they happy? Because they have full freedom. You're not interested in buying things when you have full freedom. I mean, look at Raja as an example. He moved to another country, he moved back to his homeland. He's as happy as anything. He doesn't need to buy anything because he has full freedom.
Look at me.
He's happier than Trudeau.
Yeah. But the world has conditioned everybody to say, hey, you have to work hard. And when you work hard, you must reward yourself. But what if you didn't have to work hard? Would you really need to reward yourself? No, you would be content. And you'd just be like, hey, I love living. I wake up in the morning, I do whatever I want. I go around, do whatever I do. It would change the whole economics of the world.
Do you think it's conditioning? Do you think
Exactly.
that's how it works? Conditioning? Like
Yeah.
how, I mean, basically because we're habitual animals, or I guess monkeys. Actually, we're descendants of monkeys.
No, it's just because they've been able
No.
to condition everybody.
Yeah, that's it, right? Just slow conditioning.
Perfect.
You can condition yourself positively or negatively, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I have to go right now. So we're gonna close the stream at this point.
Go enjoy, do your thing, brother. Come on.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye bye.
All right, man.
All right.
Thank you, Raja.
Thank you.
Bing bong.
Shukriya. Bye bye.
Take it easy, fellas.
All right. Take care. Come on.
Mac was there today and his wife beater showing
Bing
his
bong.
tattoo.
I know, man.
Damn.
It's Chovy,
Looks
man,
like a
bro.
teddy bear right now.